Hey, it's Nick, and welcome back to the channel. Now here I have... What's this guy doing here? I'm not reviewing you right now. Here I have LEGO Transformers 2007 new Camaro, I guess you could say. At least for the movie, Bumblebee. Now, this guy was a long time coming. I have worked so hard. Let me just get my face on. Shot. Look at that front. It's probably the best that I've been able to come up with. It looks a bit strange, but it's probably the best I could come up with that could actually transform in the way that I want it to. I've worked so hard to get this guy to look as good as he can, and from the back, yeah, it's not really that good, but this helps a lot with cleaning up his robot mode. There's big gaps, but trust me, it's worth it for the robot mode. The robot mode is really good. It's probably one of my best, I guess you could say, deluxe class sized guys right now. Now, at the time of recording, ClickBricks has just unveiled his work in progress pictures, and that looks really good. And yeah, I just wanted to say that because that looks amazing, and I can't wait to see it finished, because oh my god, I think that the arm bits, let me just grab my Revenge of the Fallen Bumblebee. It seems like for his, that these pieces are actually the roof. Let me just focus. These bits are the roof, which is genius, and I'm definitely going to be taking advantage of that idea next time I do a Bumblebee. Maybe sometime later this year, who knows. Now, this guy does have sort of an accessory for this vehicle mode, and it's his arm cannon, which you could just throw it right there in that gap. Doesn't really matter. So, I think that we're gonna get onto his transformation, which is a bit insane for my deluxe class sized. Let's just get that cannon out of there. Also, here's the underside. Oh, I should do comparisons. Here we have him with Studio Series Bumblebee. He's way smaller. This guy is like as long as 8 wide stud speed champions. He's like that length. And here we have the Corvette. Yeah, he's freaking ginormous. So next version might have to be a bit smaller, but who knows? So first step is just to open up the, I guess, take out the tires, open up the doors, and let's work on his legs. Kind of just untab that without breaking anything, because his legs are extremely fragile. Flip down the bumper, and then spin it around like that. Okay, what broke? Shake it, nothing broke. Maybe it was just a weird sound. Spin around the wheel section, flip that around, flip up the knee pad. There's pretty much a leg. I tried to hide the wheel a bit more, which is kind of difficult to do. Next, I really like how I was able to get this section to work like this, if I can remember how to do it. Oh, just like that. So yeah, I guess you could call it the trunk becomes his fender thing, because the fender thing is like somewhere in here. So let's just do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so those are his legs finished. Now, what we're gonna do. So, what I'm gonna do for transformation is I'm just gonna take this bit off to make it easier to look at. So remember, that clip is where it's supposed to go. Remember that for me. So, open up, focus. Open that up, and just spin around on that Thanos clip. Same thing on that side. Spin around his arms. Now, take this, not detach it, spin it around like that. Here we have his arms done. Now his biceps are a bit small. That's really just for transformation. And same thing on this side. So next, what we're going to do is split the bumper like that. Move these out to the side on the ball joint and just lift that up. Make sure that bit doesn't fall off. And just rotate that like that. Now let's work on his chest cavity bit. So we're going to want to move these bits out slightly, move them down, swivel this around, position the head like that, then angle that down like that. We're going to lift up his head on that claw just a bit so it has enough clearance for his chest to tuck in like that. Now let's work on his back. This just folds up like that. And let's do his door wings, which something that nobody has really done with their bumblebees is they've always gone for the MPM style mini wings, which is very incorrect, I must say. Which is understandable why they'd go for that, because it's probably easier to do it, but I decided that I wanted to go for as close to the CGI model as possible without wanting to kill myself while I make it. And then to get the door wings like this, it was actually kind of simple. It's really just a lot of rotating things around. Hopefully that's still in the same place, because I don't want to be blamed for parts forming, because that's a sin. Slide that out. Make sure it doesn't fall off again. Push it back into the cavity right there. There are his wings. Let's just move down his arms so that they're out of the way without breaking them. That would be very nice. Okay, and then his wheels, you can just, oh, did not show that at all. Just compress them in like that. They look a bit low to me. Did I transform that correctly? Oh, I don't care. Now I'll just attach this back on. Please don't break anything. There. Next, just flip that back. And then, Jesus Christ, he's way out of frame. Just fiddle with him so that he's standing up properly. I'm going to fiddle with him until he is fine. Okay. This is always one of the parts I hate most, is once you get him into robot mode, you're really still not done. There's always little things that you can do to make it look better. So here, that is, I think his door wings look really nice if he was, you know, in frame without it looking like absolute dog crap. There he is. Also, something fun you can do with his chest, I guess it's fun, is if you angle it more, you can take the top, slide it out, and you can get his little collar bits. This is a detail that not really anyone has had on their bumblebees, the Lego ones at least, because it's kind of useless, and most people don't even know that it's there. So, like, what's the point in actually having it? I think that this looks really good. One of the big criticisms I've gotten about my Bumblebee was his forearms being way too small, and I agree with that, so then I came up with this, which has the little split. If that gray piece, not the stud, was in yellow, that would help out a lot, but I don't have any more, so sucks to suck. Now let's get on to some of his accessories, and then we'll do some comparisons. So I made his last night hammer thing, which a lot of the KO NPM guys just threw in with the NPM KOs that they made. If you understand, you understand. I think it actually looks really good on him. Where did I put the gun? Where did I put that? Can't believe I almost lost one of his most important accessories. Simply just take off his arm and attach that on there. I think it looks really good for what it's supposed to be. Now, my phone is stupid. Every time I zoom out, it loses 100% of the quality, but then if I zoom in even slightly, just this is like a minuscule amount, you can see into the future. But if I zoom in more, then it gets super grainy. My phone's stupid. I think he looks really good. Posability, he has, you can kind of fake some butterfly with this clip right here without breaking it off. Obviously, there's a hinge in here, a hinge in here, there's a hinge here, and you can also use that clip as a double joint. He does kind of have an ab crunch. There's a ball joint here, there's a ball joint here, ball joint here. I'd say like about a 90. Maybe, actually no, not a 90 at all. That's completely not a 90. And he does have like ankle out, and you can kind of fake a toe bend. He does have the heel on that same hinge, so you could probably get something out. His head's on a clip. You get some side to side with that. Now his wings are on the hinge. You can also angle the mini wings because they're also on that piece. So let's get him in for some comparisons with some of my other Transformers, maybe, if he doesn't fall over. Here he is with Studio Series Bumblebee. Here he is with Dark of the Moon Dino. Now, let me say, one of the big complaints that people have for Dino is the clear plastic. He is so sturdy that I do not ever see that breaking, but who knows, maybe I should not have said that, because now he's probably going to fall into pieces after I'm done with this, but he's pretty solid, and I very much so recommend him, along with the Studio Series Bumblebee. He's really good. Here he is with a minifigure. This, I would say, is pretty close to minifigure scale, for me at least. I'm fine with this. And here we have something new I'm working on. This is my own Dark of the Moon Dino. He's pretty much done. There's only like 3 pieces that need to be colored properly, and then I can actually do a video on him. So yeah, and I want to thank you guys so much for watching. Now, if you guys don't like my new Beyblade stuff, then I don't know what to tell you, but I'm still going to be doing Transformer stuff, obviously, because I have this guy, and then the Dino, and I have an Optimus Prime that I showed off on Instagram in a couple of videos, so you should probably check that out. I think that the new Optimus looks really good, and if anyone compares him to Click Bricks, you are getting blocked. Sorry. That's just how it works. I'm sorry, guys. So, see you guys in the next video, and remember, till all are one. Goodbye.